Hey guys, welcome to my channel, and today I wanted to unbox a few sticky tabs which I got from Amazon. So I'm just going to cut open the package, snip away at it, I say. Okay, so I opened that. Okay, let's see what we've got here. Okay, so I got this. I will show you guys all the sticky notes in a sec. So basically they came in these like small little packages, and each of these has 6 of the things. So they're broken down into 2 smaller packs, but there's even more sticky notes than just one pack. There's 6 packs in each, so I'm just gonna open one. So I'm gonna show you guys like all the colors. So this is the first set. There's like a wide variety of blues except for one of like these pink ones. Then this is also like a lot of like blues. This is like kind of like warm like autumn colors as I think of it. These are like purples and like pinks and a little bit of blue there too. This is like rainbow, but not like completely because we don't have red. And this is like also kind of like rainbow. So then this is like kind of like also like autumn colors, and then this is that same autumn colors, but it's not like fully like colored, if you see. And then it's also the same here, but it's like circular at that part. And then these are like rainbow colored. These are also like lighter like rainbow colored, that same color but basically just like partly colored. And these are the fully colored. So now I have to unbox all of these and like open every single bag, and there's 12 of these. So just to give a recap, I think there's like about 8 of these in each set. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, there's 10 of these in each set. So each of them has 20 notes because it came with 2,400 like an individual note if you like pluck it out. So it comes with 2,400 notes, and there are 12 packs, which gets us down to 200. And then if there's 10 sticky note varieties on each pack, then that means that there are 20 of that variety. So it's hard to explain because, as you can see, we're dealing with a lot of numbers, but I find it really exciting. I do not know which one I want to use first, but right now I'm annotating a book, The Inheritance Games. I'm just gonna get it in a sec. So yeah, this is the Inheritance Games design, and as you can see, I have a lot of green sticky notes in here, but I am all out of green sticky notes. So I decided that I wanted to order these sticky notes. So I ordered them yesterday, and now like they're here, but I do not know which of these sticky notes I should use. It's really hard to choose. So I'm just gonna group all the sticky notes that I remember being together, because of course it makes it a lot easier. So basically like it's easy to understand which one goes where, because most of them like came in certain like bags, so it's easier to understand. So I'm just breaking it down. It's really difficult, but my favorite part that comes with all of these is that there's a ruler by them. So I heard like when people underline, they also can use this, like it doubles as like a ruler to write it with. And I honestly don't know besides that what the purpose of the ruler is. Like, why do I need to know what 14 centimeters is? Why not 15? Because 15 is like 6 inches, so they could just do 15. But I mean, the ruler probably has some other purpose too, which I do not know about. I really do like this set though, because of the many varieties. I don't know, could I have gotten a better set? Probably, yeah, but this was my favorite. And I checked, there were like 2 other options in my shopping cart, but I felt like first of all, it wasn't a lot of notes, and second of all, it was less, but it was like, this is 2,400 notes for $8. Those were like 1,200 notes for like $10. that's already like completely like wrong. I'm also getting less, but it's more money. I don't get that. But now I just wanted to talk a little bit about annotating too, along with this unboxing, because I feel like, I mean, some of you guys might not know the use of these notes, and that's really important. Well, so first of all, what does annotating mean? So a lot of you guys probably know what annotating is, but for a few people, which is probably not a lot, but for people who don't know what annotating is, I just want to give a brief overview on that. So annotating is when you essentially write in your book and like dab pages so that you can understand your book better. So people might do these to write reviews, and I'm not like big on. So yeah, basically annotating is yeah, it's like I don't really write reviews a lot, so annotating isn't really something I have to do. But usually when people are writing reviews and annotating, that's like when they like record their reactions, and I am recording my reactions, but I'm also recording like suspicions I might have about characters, because of course there's no good book without a plot twist. I mean, I would say there wasn't a real big plot twist in like The Summer of Broken Rules, which is pretty much like the only book I've read without like a plot twist. I really liked it, honestly, but that's like off topic. So people also annotate because they want to maybe they want to reread the book later on because they know it's going to be like a classic favorite. So basically they just annotate, and then later when they want to like read through it again, it's also helpful for projects, but when they want to look at it again, they could like figure out like how to write a summary, and oh, I got this about the book now I don't have to worry about rereading it because this is like the main plot. Now there's another thing about annotating I should warn you about. Well, a lot of people like to write in their books, and I also know that a lot of people do not. And I will say I am one of the people who doesn't. So what I like to do is I like to get sticky notes, and I like to put them like on the paragraph that above or like below what I'm annotating. And if there's like a white space on a page, like let me give you an example. There's a white space right here. So I just like stuck the sticky note there, and I put an arrow to like show where the note is coming from, although you probably know. So annotating, it's quite a wild journey because it's something where everyone has their own thing. So you might think one annotating technique is good, your friend might think another is good. It really is not something that's very fixed, but there are definitely a lot of simple rules you need to consider for annotating. And I'm just going to give you some pointers on it because I do not want you to make the mistakes which I made, and then you do not want to hate yourself because I really hated myself after I made these mistakes. So mistake number one, okay, I haven't made this one before, but definitely do not use one of those like bleed through markers or whatever. I have written in books like, and then I decided I didn't want to. I'm still trying to figure out where I should get the white out from because it's been like 5 freaking months since I wrote in it, and I only wrote like 2 pages because that I in the book because I'm like, nope, I'm gonna hate myself. Nope, I can't do this. I feel like I'm ruining the book. And a few of you guys might understand that feeling. So I will show the book. Now, you probably cannot guess what the book is. Well, you might be able to, but I'm going to show you the pages because a lot of people find the pages helpful Ooh, yeah, you probably guessed it right if you said light lark. And I know it's pretty easy to be confused with powerless, but if you can see the sides aren't exactly like the powerless sides, still pretty similar though. So yes, this is light lark, and I just did it in the prologue. I was about to call it a prologue. So I highlighted like the curses and towers, and then I was really mad at myself for that. But as you can see, I've also made some written annotations. I did not mark it because I simply didn't want to, but I had a lot of writing there, and I hated myself for it. You're gonna think I'm weird, but I really did. Back to the inheritance games. This is a mystery novel. I won't give too much away, but inheritance is like it's a lot of like twisty puzzles and riddles. And honestly, I feel like it's just appropriate for anyone like ages 10 and up. Like, I'm turning 11 literally this Saturday, and I'll give a little more info on that. But so basically, this book is there's a lot of annotating I want to do. That's why I've done a lot. So what kind of things should you look for when wait, let me give you a few more pointers though. Also, you do not want to get like, so let's say you're getting a pen and then you tell it, oh, this is a cool pen. I could write on like the sticky notes, or like even if you're writing on the paper with that, I think it would be cool. So when doing that, just do not use pens that take a lot of time to dry with, because your sticky note will be smudged or your page or whatever will be smudged, and you are not gonna like it. So just take a pointer from someone who's been through that situation, because it sure is not fun. I hate to say this, but you probably will hate yourself for making that mistake, especially if it's a favorite book. And also remember, you don't have to use highlighter. Honestly, I used highlighter, but I do not feel comfortable with using it in most of the books unless it's a favorite, and sometimes even with favorites, it's a big no. There's a book I want to highlight, but I'm scared I'm gonna hate myself for it. So right now I'm gonna wait to highlight it. So I'm not gonna do that right now. But so I just have one last pointer for you guys. Absolutely do not annotate in the beginning of the book. I mean, when you're just like feeling, okay, I want to annotate. Okay, you might want to, and I completely understand that. But look, if it's not a favorite, or if it's a book you just don't just are mad at yourself for annotating, I have quite a good few examples. You are going to hate yourself. I am sorry for repeating that, but you are. It's undeniable. You will. So, just don't make the mistake now. Well, I feel like those are all the pointers you guys needed. Now I have to tell you what kind of things you should look out for when annotating. So I know a lot of people like to follow keys, and they use that in every single book they annotate. But honestly, come on. I understand you want to do that, but there are different genres out there. I mean, sometimes I really agree with that, and I want to adapt that into like a new key. But right now, I don't know if I'm ready to use those kind of keys, like where you have it for every book. It's like perfect. You know you're going to do that. I feel like I'm not ready for that yet. I am not that new to annotating, because I like to annotate a lot, but I am also not very experienced with annotating, as this is the first time I am permanently annotating. This is a really good book though, so I might allow myself to use highlighter, but other than that, I'm pretty sure no. There's not a lot of good books out there. I mean, there is like a lot, but you need to search. And if you're not searching, you're gonna find really bad books. What's a book I really hated? I'm trying to see if there's anything on my bookshelf. I would DNF quite a few of those reads. Yeah, so there's not anything I hate, and whenever I DNF, it is not because I hated the book. I've never hate DNF'd before. I only DNF because I'm not in the right environment, or I need a break, honestly. I usually don't get back to my DNF reads, and I've only finished like a couple of the DNF reads I've like ever done. So I feel like I didn't want to hard DNF them, but I did. Excuse me. Now, I would like to still say that what I did for this book is not something I normally do. I usually have different colors for annotating, but as you can see, I only used green as it is also on the cover. I told myself green would be money issues, and nope. Yes, there's a lot of things I did which were money issues, but I also did puzzling and mysterious things. So I feel like, honestly, I need to get more colors, but I told myself, because I don't want to choose a new green from this set until I start like the Shatter Me series. I told myself, yeah, I don't know, but there are 12 of these, and there are 12 Shatter Me books. Because I'm also getting Watch Me, by the way, in case you haven't read that. So I could, essentially use these for each Shatter Me book. But I don't know. I mean, I feel like I should have chose other things for the inheritance games. I'm just way too lazy. I used mostly green sticky notes, and I tried a lot to stay on that green theme. And if I do highlight, I'm probably going to highlight in green. But I do have a few sticky notes that are purple because I forgot my green sticky notes like somewhere. But I found them again, so it's fine. I would like to go through a few of my early annotations, as I would not want to spoil the inheritance games for you guys who want to read it, because it is a good series and I do not want you getting spoiled by it. So I'm just gonna have like a random, so page 5, which is the beginning of chapter 2. If Avery has to help with rent, they probably don't get by that well. I would understand why Libby might decline. So you probably don't know who those characters are, but so when you're reading that, you will understand what I mean. Then there's another annotation. It's like, if D. Hawthorne, which means Tobias Hawthorne, is so rich and well known, why would a poor girl like Avery be chosen? This seems to be an important issue, and I hope this doesn't seem too much like a spoiler, but it is quite an important issue. I don't know if it'll get solved, but I'm pretty sure it will, because it usually does in most books. So now that I said, OMG, now I felt like he could have left her billions himself. Imagine, that would be an overload of money, though. As you can see, I probably used a lot of exclamation marks there, and also capital letter writing, which I don't do very often. Already introducing riddles and secret passages. Nice intro, JLB. So that's all I'm going to reveal, because that is the first 25 pages of the inheritance games, and I do not want to spoil this awesome series for you guys, but that is what I do. Now, I do not want to reveal my ebook reader annotations, because first of all, I don't have the book which I annotated, because I don't usually keep the books in my library after I've read them. You can understand, but unless it was a favorite, then I'm keeping it forever in there. I would like to talk a little bit about Shatter Me and my birthday, because those are very related things, and you will understand why. So, like I said, my birthday is this Saturday, and I'm sure you've already made the assumption that I'm getting the Shatter Me series for my birthday, which I am. I'm in fact very excited about it. So I would like to explain a little bit about it because I saw a lot about the reading order, and at first I used to be like really confused. I don't get that, huh? I thought that was book 5. Well, that's actually book 3. So guys, there are novellas in the Shatter Me series, and honestly, I had to buy them. Okay, like you are not like that one. Like you are just not a very advanced reader if you don't buy the novellas, and you might be, but probably not because I feel like everyone would want to buy the novellas. I know you shouldn't buy a series without reading the first book, but that's exactly what I did for Shatter Me. So, yeah. But I am really excited to read it. So there are 10 physical books, well, really 9 physical books and 11 like actual books. It's hard to explain, but the paperback novellas have 2 novellas in one, and you don't want to read those back to back because there's a book you have to read in between after the first part of the novella. So it's really confusing, and that's why you want to search up the reading order. But definitely, do not search up fan art for anything you read. Just know that, because my whole reading thing has been ruined. My books have been ruined. Thank you, fan art. Let me explain. Heartless by Marissa Meyer, gone. The Cruel Prince was lost because of book talk saying about how one of the characters is actually really evil. Actually, that's told about 2. Thank you a lot. Again, book talk. A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. I searched something completely different. The whole answer to the murder mystery came in. And I'm like, what the heck? This is my first day of reading. I was just searching something. So it was like about Becca's like role. I mean, I didn't say what Becca's role was, but like who is Becca? And then they just gave this completely like unrelated stuff. Now, if you've read A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, you know what I'm talking about. Like who killed like one of the characters. So yeah, it's really sad that these books have been ruined for me, and I do not want them to be ruined for others. I really hope I didn't spoil the Inheritance Games except like 25 pages. Ooh, should I do a later annotation? No, I'm not going to. And honestly, just remember, annotation is your own thing. You don't have to worry about other people like influencing you, because let me give you another great example of A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. I stopped annotating it, or like I removed the sticky notes from it. I just like pulled them out. Let me show you the book right now. Yeah, so you cannot see any like stabs in the pages of the book at all. You can see brief highlights, but my highlighter wasn't working, and I just recently bought highlighters too. So yeah, this is a very also crinkly, weird kind of like book, because it's just crunchy. That sounds so weird. It's like, I think I cracked the spine. That's why every time I'm like moving the book, it's like making this like weird like cracky sound. I did not know I'd do that. So this video is a lot of things, honestly, and it may not have been the perfect video, but I thought it was a good video. And now I feel like I have to open at least one of these, so I will at least like, I feel like I know what I want to pick, but I'm not sure if I should. It sounds weird, but I'm just gonna like pick something random. I just, oh, okay, this is good. I like this. I will unbox it soon, hopefully. I definitely do recommend you getting new sticky notes, tabs, whatever. I have a whole like annotation pencil case, in case you can believe that. it's like filled with a different, like, I didn't have dabs before. I mean, I have dabs, but I have like these singular like ones, so they're like by themselves. And I also have like, I got like a pack of tabs, but they're not like clear or see-through. They're like paper ones. And I really do not want to ever use those. I only use them to like label like my books. So say what month I was reading it, and of course that it belongs to me. So I said on the beginning of this, like June 2025 Ashvi. So, because, you know, it's June 25, and I didn't purposefully do this, but I got it on June 1st, so just like the beginning of June, and now it's like June 3rd. So it is honestly the best thing that's happened to me. Annotation and the pencil case is an awesome thing too. I cannot fit these in the pencil case. I know I have to unbox them or else they won't fit. So I will just quickly unbox them and show you what my pencil case will look like now. Really chunky. So these are all my things, like my annotation supplies. Now I can put it in my pencil case, but I will be back after piano class. Thank you. So hi guys, I'm back from my piano class. So yes, these sticky notes are really good. I cannot stop raving about them, and I will continue my talk about the Shatter Me series. So there are 5 novellas, but only 3 paperback ones, as I explained before. And you can get like them separately as ebooks, but I feel like the paperback bind up is a lot better, honestly, because I got that. It is to arrive exactly on my birthday. I did not plan for that. I said between June 4th and June 10th. How do I know it's going to come exactly on my birthday? It just did. So I'm really excited because there's this rave about this guy named Aaron Warner, and apparently he's the love interest with Juliet. So I'll have to hope he's everything Book Talk has been raving about, because if he's not, then I mean, I don't even know if I can trust Book Talk anymore. They say Shatter Me is a great book, and I just heard the first sentence of the book, and because you know people use these videos to like convince others to read, and then I'm like, okay, you know what? This is interesting. I'm gonna read it. And I heard that it's like a diary kind of, where there's like crossed out lines and stuff. But I heard as you like progress through the series, since like Juliet is like not in that prison or whatever anymore, she starts to like just become like normal writing. It's a lot clearer and understandable. And I'm really excited. So I'm betting for like there's a lot of like, there's like at least like the first couple of Shatter Me books are like blue in color, so I can use like this set for that. Although, like I said, I do want to use a different one for each Shatter Me book, and I hope I can decide that on my birthday. But now, the thing is, I'm gonna have a birthday sleepover on my birthday, so I don't know if I'll get time to like arrange which goes with which book. But it could be part of like the birthday sleepover thing, like my friends could recommend to me. So yeah, that pretty much wraps up our Shatter Me doc. And honestly, you guys have to get these. I'm sorry if you don't have these, because they look so freaking awesome. And they also double as a bookmark, so perfect thing. You get like 12 bookmarks if you buy the set. I will try to link it in the description below so you can buy it. You guys can like get it. The awesome deal which I got. Okay, bye guys. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.